Hey. 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 My love. What are you doing here? What's going on? Are you okay? Hello? Hey. Hey. What's going on? Hey, come on. Come on. Come on. Oh. Oh no. Oh gosh. Here, just let me be back in right a second. Alright. Okay, this is gonna feel a little weird, but I'm gonna try to wake you back up. Okay, I'm just gonna place my hands on your shoulders. I know you're not listening. Here we go. Okay, alright, alright. Hey, what were you doing here? I wasn't expecting you. No, I was just coming back from some business dealings, actually. Even a supernatural creature of unknown origins must have a day job. In this economy, it's all you can hope for, right? Oh, look at you. Oh, gosh. What happened to you? Do you remember anything? Do you know what happened? Okay. Alright, so you were coming to see me, and you met something on the way. Oh my. Well, I just came back from dealing with a being that I had never seen before. Even though you've been visiting for a little bit yet, my naivete, I didn't even think to disclose the kinds of things you need to be careful for. Oh, this is my fault. I'm so sorry. There was this creature, and I couldn't quite call him a ghost. Couldn't quite call him a ghoul. He was definitely not a vampire or anything of that sort. There was something just so odd. Never seen anything like it. Usually I don't quite ask much. It's part of the confidentiality that gets me so much business. But unfortunately, it looks like it has cost me. How are you feeling, my love? Okay, let me just touch. Okay. Alright, this is not good, but I can help you. So whatever this creature was, it looks like it had infected you with some sort of not quite venom, nothing like ectoplasm. It's something dark, something swirling. I can't quite put my fingers on it. There's just something not right. But I think I can pull it out. Okay. If you don't feel strong enough for it right now, I can wait just a little bit until you've gained your strength. Okay. Oh my, what have we gotten ourselves into? Okay, well, I will take you back to my home, and I will let you sleep this nightmare off, and tomorrow we will begin. Hey. 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 No. Okay. All right. You look like you're coming to a little bit. How are you feeling? Okay. Can you tell me anything that you remember? Anything at all? Okay. Hey. You're finally awake. It's been a few hours. But I suppose with the semi-traumatic experience that you've had, it's quite enough. So, it looks like you've gotten a little bit better. But there's definitely something wrong. Okay, well, I'm so sorry that this happened to you. I didn't think that I should have told you about the creatures that come from the other side of the world. The ones that I do business with generally. But it looks like I've been mistaken, and that has cost me. I'm just going to feel around you a little bit and pinpoint what I have to work with. So, I know you don't quite remember exactly what happened, but there was this being, I suppose you could say. I don't tend to use the word creature because, well, that just sounds a lot worse than it's supposed to be. And the word creature doesn't quite describe what they are. Not really. So, being will suffice, but I don't usually get many beings that don't really have any energy whatsoever, because there isn't really anything that doesn't have either positive or negative energy. But this one unfortunately outsmarted me, which doesn't happen very often, and I couldn't tell exactly where it had come from or what it was wasn't quite a pleasant thing, but it wasn't necessarily unpleasant either. So, I can't go into detail about my kind of dealings with these creatures, but the essence of it all is it was a very tall, very lanky, very skinny, sort of skeletonized creature. As it walked, it has this very long stride, moves very smoothly, very silently, and it leaves behind these long, sharp footprints full of ichor, some kind of inky substance that some of our more nastier beings leave behind. And it didn't have much to recognize except for these very small, bright orange, almost like a burnt sienna colored eyes. Very dark, but very piercing. And when it spoke, it was almost like there was webs coming from its mouth, like some kind of woven thing that inhabited its mouth as it spoke. It was so peculiar, but it spoke with a very clear, there was no accent, there was nothing, but it spoke very clearly in a very high-pitched noise. Almost like birds screaming. It was very unnerving to be around. But I didn't think much of it because I've seen much worse before. So I imagine that it followed through from the mirrors that I walk through from the other world. Most of these creatures inhabit that mirrored world, which you don't know anything about. Not many of the creatures do come over here, but occasionally they'll follow me back. But unfortunately, it did follow me back, and it looks like it latched on to the clearest ore it could find. Which, of course, after all we've taken care of you so far, would have been you. So, please don't be quite alarmed, but while you were asleep, I did pick out some of what had infected you. It's a very odd substance, this ichor, but it has some sort of mineral content, and when I mixed it with some of my solution to try to determine where it came from, it just bubbles. Never had that happen before. It just swirls and bubbles. Sometimes it separates. Other times it just molds together. Almost like oil and water, but at the same time, not quite. So, that's partially what I picked up from you. That's what it must have put into you. So, because I don't know the type or temperament of it, there's not anything specific I can do, but we can completely clear out you and your aura and start from scratch again, okay? So, I have something for you to help. My little drawstring bag here, I have an assortment of crystals. So we're not going to use this orange calcite, or this one, or this jasper here, but I do want to use these three for you. This is onyx, black onyx. This is labradorite, and this is hematite. Hold on to these very carefully, as they are crystals for protection. And they will help keep you safe through this rather rough and vigorous process. So, all right. Shall we begin? All right. So the first thing I'm going to do is I have another drawstring bag here. However, this contains a very special antique of mine. Pocket watch. We're going to be using one of my more favorite techniques to hopefully draw you into more of a conducive sleep for this. Conducive state, rather. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to lightly wave this pocket watch back and forth. I want you to concentrate on it, and I want you to start breathing very deeply for me, okay? If your eyes start to get tired, keep them open until I tell you you can close them, okay? Just keep them open for as long as you can. Alright. I want you to watch this pocket watch swing back and forth. I want you to breathe in, hold, and breathe out. Breathe in, hold, and breathe out. One more time. Breathe in, hold, breathe out. Alright, as your eyes start to get strained and tired and wish to just close, I want you to slowly close your eyes. Close your eyes and sleep. Close your eyes and sleep. Sleep. All right. Sleep. 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 want you to visualize yourself. It doesn't have to be quite clear, even if it's just a figure, as long as you recognize it as yourself. I want you to just think on that for a moment. Visualize yourself and take a deep breath in. And breathe out. I want you to imagine the self draped in black. Whether it's black liquid or black cloth or anything that just blocks out any sort of light. I want you to drape your whole self in that. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now I want you to imagine a beam of light coming from the sky and starting at the top of your head, a very warm beam of light that clears that darkness. So for example, if it is some kind of liquid or water, it recedes. And if it is some cloth, it is pulled back. I want you to imagine this very warm light slowly bathing you from the top of your head, coming downwards, and pulling away any of that negative darkness. Breathe in and breathe out. Alright, just harbor on that for a moment. Just slowly keep pulling back the drapes of this blackness, this darkness, and replace it with this very warm, very clearing, very cleansing, very healing light. Okay, just harbor on that for a moment. Now, as this is all being pulled back, I want you to visualize that all of this blackness that is being pulled back is being turned into smoke. Turn everything that isn't right for you or isn't good and turn it into smoke that wafts up from yourself. Smoke should be just about cleared by now, and this light should be almost completely enveloping you. Now I have just lit a candle, and this candle is going to burn all of that vapor that we don't want. All of the smoke, anything left of that blackness, we are going to burn. Right. pull this out and put it in, pull out, place, pull out, place, pull out, place, pull out, place, pull out, place. We're washing you of anything left behind. And now I'm going to just bring this around you and burn off anything I have not picked up. Okay. And now I'm going to blow this out, and it is going to go elsewhere, far away from here. It will no longer be attached to you. Cleanse you with this smoke. Alright. I want you to take another deep breath in and out. I'm going to count backwards from 3 to 1, and when I say 1, I want you to wake for me. 3, 2, 1. Wake up. Alright, are you all here? Perfect. Now for the finishing touches. I have this small little bit of white sage that I've been saving for a rainy day, but it looks like I'll be saving it for you. I always hated the smell of sage. I think it smells like ball sweat, but that is okay because we're going to use this ball sweat plant to make sure that you are rid of anything left that that creature has put onto you. I'm going to use this gorgeous abalone shell. And this feather. Alright? At any time you feel anything wrong or anything that bothers you, let me know and I will stop, okay? This is going to absorb all the negative energy and turn it into smoke. And it will go far away from you, okay? Let that burn for a moment. Just going to cleanse you very gently with this smoke. It smells a little more pleasant when it's in smoke form. This will gently cleanse you of any negativity. I'm going to go to the side of you now. And to the other side. gonna go behind you. It's all right now. Don't worry. This is all over with now. All right. Just gonna leave this to burn out for us. Now, because we're doing this, I don't want to see you back for another aura cleansing for a great long time, alright? One is more than enough, alright? Alright. So, you are all clean, you are all clear. And you are safe from harm. I'm not sensing anything left that should not be there, except for yourself. You may feel foggy for a little bit, and you may feel quite disoriented and not really sure what's going on. But that is much better than being poisoned by something we do not yet understand. Alright. After this, I want you to take a very long and restful sleep. Alright. After this, you will sleep like the dead. Trust me. Before I forget, to tell you, Happy Halloween. Most pleasant one, as long as I get to spend it with you. Right. Now I want you to sleep, my love, and sleep this nightmare away. I want you to dream very pleasant dreams of places you've never been, of people you would love to see again. Alright?